Hey, what's up, everybody, man? I just wanted to touch down on a couple of things that was on my mind, man. Give my opinion on a couple of things. So first of all, I'm gonna just say that everything that I say in this video is just my opinion. It's not a hate. None of the topic or the topic is not a hate speech, and anything said is just my opinion and anybody else's opinion who may join the live or comment. Um, In the meanwhile, I'm gonna give it like a couple of minutes, man, to let anybody join that's gonna possibly join. I ain't been live in a while, so I don't really expect nobody or too many people even joining live. If anybody, like I said, I just wanted to touch down on the subject and get y'all's opinion, what y'all think, man. But like I said, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes. I'm gonna roll this little tree up and shit, this little CBD for YouTube purposes. Uh, yeah, so y'all just kick back and enjoy the music. All right, y'all. Hey, yo. So, man, today I just want to talk about, man, people with low self-esteem, neuro melanin men. The fact that most neuromelanin men, we're just going to refer to them as black men for the you know, others. But what y'all think, man? Black men, to me, what I feel like is black men, a lot of black men got low self-esteem. And my grandma, coming up, like I said, it's not a hate speech. It's not a form of racism or anything like that. It's just my opinion. And when I was coming up, my grandma would say things like, Uh, if you see a black man with a white woman, 9 times out of 10, he has low self-esteem. And I didn't understand it at first, but as I got older and I started hanging around a lot of dudes that mess with white chicks, a lot of them got low self-esteem. And if it's not a white woman, then it's a big chick. I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, I don't have anything against white women or big chicks, but big chicks, it just ain't my forte. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this like some guys' last resort. They'll say things like, "Oh, when a big woman to take care of you, she gonna cook for you, she gonna break bread." Woo woo woo. All that may be so, but so will any other chick. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't good with her, but at the end of the day, low self-esteem. Why are you relying on these females because they're gonna take care of you and this, that, and next? If I'm with a female, I can take care of myself. If she wanna help, me, I'm not even gonna allow her to. I don't want you paying the bills. I don't want you paying, nothing. I don't want you doing nothing for me. I don't want you buying me nothing because I don't want you to say, well, remember when I did this or remember when I did that or, you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. That's the last thing I want to hear anybody say is, you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. Now, anything I got from me. I hustled for it, I worked for it, whatever the case is, you know. So ain't nobody helping me do nothing. I refuse to allow it. So, when I see a dude, and he living off this female, he's driving her car, picking her up from work and seeing her car, he want to go do something, she got an attitude, he can't go, or she report the car stolen or anything like that. Like I just seen it all, we all have, you know what I'm saying? So, um, my point is, man, neuromelanated men have low self-esteem. It's not all of us, obviously, because I don't have an issue with my self-esteem. Like I said, I don't need nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of, you know, plenty of those, and we don't, we ain't gonna discuss that. That ain't what the video's about. But uh, long story short, like I said, I be seeing a lot of these females out here, taking care of these dudes, and I even seen dudes. Uh, I even seen, man, it's crazy because I see dudes like plotting on females and like to rob females and stuff like that. Again, that's a form of low self-esteem. You can't even go to a man and rob him, so you got to rob this female. Like, it's just crazy. I don't condone no violence either for YouTube purposes. I don't. So, I'm just making my opinion. Stating my facts. But uh, a lot of it is just that these men won't get up off their ass and go do what it takes because sometimes you have to, you know, give a little to get a little, and you have to bring something to the table because anybody in their right mind, any woman in their right mind, you're not gonna mess with a guy who ain't bringing nothing to the table. I'm not saying that he got to bring that to the table, but if there was a time where you would need him to bring to the table, would he bring to the table? Could he bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Can he get you out of a bind? Maybe you live in paycheck to paycheck, and you got a flat tire. Can your man go get that tire? You know what I'm saying? Or does he even have a job to where, hey, maybe he get paid before you and he can get it? I mean, I'm just saying, whatever the case is, uh, can this man protect you and provide for you if you were to be disabled someday, or would he leave you? You know what I'm saying? These type of things that women need to be concerned about, and the same thing with a man. You know what I'm saying? So because if y'all can't take care of each other, then y'all shouldn't be together. And it should be a 50-50 thing. But I don't see a 50-50 thing all the time. I see a 40, a 40-60 or a 70-30. Stuff like that because, and it's usually the woman that's doing more. You know what I mean? uh, I hate to say it because it might make out I black men look bad, but at the end of the day, it's true. You know what I'm saying? So all I've said is what I'm saying, a lot of men have low self-esteem. It's not just black men, but I'm speaking on black men because black men are the only men who don't stick together. You got a white dude, he might be feeling low about his self-esteem, and his white homeboy gonna come and make him feel better about himself, pick him up on his feet, and get him back where he need to be. You don't see that in the black community. You know what I'm saying? You do, but not enough. Not nearly enough. You see more black people killing black people than shit police killing black people. You know what I mean? So, them motherfuckers want to holler, Black Lives Matter. But anyway, that's another story. Because white lives matter too, our lives matter. But again, that's another story. That's another video. But uh, I just don't get how these men, like I see men, they'll be looking, we might be at the trap or something. I call our little convenience store we all be at, the trap because everybody be doing their own thing. Everybody push some, promoting something or something. You know what I'm saying? Or they just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a trap. So and I can be sitting at the trap and it'll be females come through or whatever, and a dude would just be looking like, oh man, man, she bad. Well, go talk to her. You know what I'm saying? She might not have a man. She might not even be happy with a dude. Whatever the case is. You know what I mean? So, uh, I tell them that, but do they do it? Nah, man. They just sit back in the cut. They might say something, that ain't really holding no water, and they just, smile and keep going or whatever the case is. But really, what I'm saying? That's because that man has low self-esteem. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have a problem, going up to a female, expressing how you feel. You may not never see this female again, and that might have been your soulmate. You know what I mean? But you played yourself. So, a lot of men, and the problem is a lot of men, is because they don't know how to hold their own, or they won't go hold their own. Like for instance, all it takes, when a man has money in his pocket, he feels better about himself. When he looks good, he feels better about himself. When he's dressed nice, he feels better about himself. So that's the main problem, with men these days, black men, more to say, because they won't get up and they won't go and get, that job or that hustle or, you know, uh, uh, you know, they don't know nothing but hustle. So, you know, what it really takes is men to become men again. Men have become everything but, and it's unjust. You see what I'm saying? Uh, you got more unemployed black men, now than you probably ever have. I'm not speaking, specifics, statistics, but you got more unemployed black men or uneducated black men and or black men who don't own anything. I own two businesses and I work every day. I'm off 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I used to be off none, but what I'm saying is I can hold my own. Like I'm paying my bills. My rent is $750, a month. Most men can't even handle that. You know what I'm saying? And I've been here going on 3 years. So what I'm trying to say is you don't need, a woman to make yourself feel good, or you don't need a woman, to make you uh, uh, a better word. You don't need to make a man. You make without a man. Every time you see them, they got some dude on their side. You know what I mean? They break up with this dude, they with this dude before they even broke up with that dude. You know what I mean? Because their self-esteem was getting lowered, so they had to go talk to somebody, and then that person uplifted their spirits. Now they cheating, or now they didn't left the person and they with somebody else, and then that keeps on going, and that cycle keeps on going. So black men and black women, got to stick together because at the end of the day, we're the black kings and queens and emperors and empresses. I like to say emperors and empresses because when you look at a fortress or you look at this empire, you have a person that's over that. him and his first lady, which would be your emperor and your empress, right? So I don't say a king and a queen because that is beneath the emperor. I'm not beneath anything but the Most High. You know what I mean? So, like I say, man, a lot of the times, these people um, or these men, you know, they don't first love themselves because if they love themselves, they wouldn't have to have low self-esteem because having low self-esteem is coming from lack of love of thyself. Because if you love yourself, then you know, hey, I don't care what nobody say. I'm that dude or I'm that female for the females. I'm that woman. As they put in the music, I'm that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story because I don't agree with women saying that because that belittles the woman and the black woman, and we're empresses and emperors and kings and queens. So for somebody to say, "Oh, I'm that bitch," I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe you are because you got women, you got bitches, and you got hoes. Hoes sell themselves for money. Bitches are anything in between that ain't a woman. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, low self esteem just is at an all time high right now, and like it's sad because a lot of the time, our men have been raised by the streets, so we so hardcore that we don't even know or have that medium, to know how to level or not go too hard on a female. I didn't say on a bitch, go hard on a bitch, go hard on a hoe, but I'm talking about a woman. Because you got women out here who have low self-esteem because a man or a male has taken, their spirits from them. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about us having to come together, stick together, and become stronger as a force because that's what they don't want. You know what I mean? And that's what makes you stronger. And I'm not gonna lie. A lot of strong couples are. I know a lot of them right now who are actually millionaires. I got some of my family. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 and 3 dispensaries and driving Maserati SUVs and stuff like that. So like power couples can achieve those type of things. And then the government was set up, set things up to where this pyramid scheme. What's up, bro? And it does definitely start in childhood. You know what I'm saying? Uh, my bad. I just seen your comments, man. I'm in my zone, man. But yeah, man. It definitely starts in childhood because you know, um, you know, if there wasn't a lot of love in the house, then again, they look to the streets, and as women, they get taken advantage of. Men too, in some cases, you know what I'm saying. So you learn from different things, you know what I'm saying, of being in the street, So uh, so yeah, that was a very valid point, Ken Folk, man, about does it start in childhood? In my house, man, we didn't have a lot, but I'm saying, but respect, values. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of things. That's a lot of the things that are lacked these days. You know what I'm saying? Is those morals and values that come from home. Because once you have those morals and values, you have now set the standard of what you should be, what you deserve, what you'll accept. And all the above. Even though we still sometimes accept things we know we shouldn't accept. You know what I'm saying? There's a way about the mind and being able to look at it a different way and see it different and be like, you know what, uh, you we're gonna agree to disagree because I know the facts, but to make you feel better or to keep the peace, I'm gonna settle it at this or that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it definitely starts in childhood, but um, like I say, uh, and a lot of times, like I said, it comes from the childhood, and then it comes from just like the work ethic and work hustle ability. You know what I'm saying? Like every person that's successful has some sort of hustle or hustle ambition about them. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be, like my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a cousin, and no matter what, he always kept a hustle. He didn't really keep a job, but he kept a hustle. He always had money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? He always had something to sell. Still to this day, he always got something to sell, be cars and stuff like that. But you know, uh, all of that boosts his self-esteem. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Because having money is not everything. It's material things, yes, but having money does maintain. a certain self-esteem about you, because when you broke, you feel like nobody wants you. You feel like shit. You feel like everybody looking at you like dirt. You feel like, you know what I'm saying, your clothes might not be clean because you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what nobody say. Yes, material things don't matter, but material things can make a person feel a certain way. But fuck all the material shit. What I mean is being able to provide for yourself, not even necessarily having money, but being able to do for yourself without having to look, at the next person to do it to do it for you. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the self-esteem issues come in that again, you know, women talking shit to them because they ain't doing shit. Oh, nigga, you ain't shit. Oh, that's why your dick little. La la la. As soon as some shit come up, and make the man feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? But then tables turn, the male do it to the female type shit. So, you know, it's just one of those things, man. But like I said, man, I didn't really want it to be a long video. I just wanted to give my opinion on on the facts of the matter. And y'all comment below, man. You know what I'm saying? When y'all see the video, see what y'all opinions are, what y'all think about the situation. Because like I said, I feel like it all starts at home and as a child, but they can also change as an adult because at some point you have to realize that life is more than candy paint and gold teeth, and it's more than having material things, but it's also you know more to life than having a female in your life or having a male in your life for the females, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times, like I said, people have low self esteem because of that, or you know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. So I'm in this video with that, man, and shit. Thanks for all the love. Y'all drop a like. You know what I'm saying? If y'all did go on and enjoy the content, share the video. Uh, Feel free to hit my Cash App or my Gmail if you want to holler at me. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my other channels, man. My little new gaming channel, and of course my other constant knowledge channel. I'm gonna probably change that real soon to like constant law because I'm gonna make that channel all about teaching law and doing this for the bullshit like this and the blogs. But man, y'all holler at your boy, man.